Hey, what's up, y'all? Xavier Victor here. Welcome back to another episode of the Sneaker Resellers Podcast for resellers run by a reseller. If you're new here, make sure you guys hit that subscribe, hit that follow button, depending on the platform that you're watching this on. We do have a busy week. Let's go over the shoes that I'm going to be talking about in this episode. We're going to be going over the Jordan 1 Zion, Dunk Low Fruity Pebbles, Jordan 1 Chicago Lost and Found exclusive access, really important. Jordan 7 Trophy Room, the Nike Dunk Low USC. This one got pushed back. Air Penny 2 Social Status, we spoke about it a little bit last week. Salehi Bembury Crocs Sasquatch, Jordan 11 Midnight Navy, Jordan 12 Eastside Golf, and the Huff Nike Dunk SB Low. So with that said, let's get into the content. First off, let's talk about the Jordan 1 Low, Zion Flax, and Oil Green, dropping on November 8th. That is Tuesday for $170 retail. I like the shoe a lot. I like that it is patchwork. I don't know if he's trying to go for like the voodoo vibes of New Orleans. I feel like that might be what his inspiration was taken out of, just because it is a really cool looking shoe. It is $170 though. That is a very high for a low. Essentially, that is a Jordan 1 high price before this previous year. So $170. It is a draw, so I think they do expect pretty high demand. Currently, it is reselling for like 200 plus, so I do see this shoe essentially being close to retail. So if you're going to go for resale, probably not worth it. If anything, it might be lunch money if you sell it local. But it is looking like if you are going to go resell, go for a bigger size though, right? That way you can make some lunch money on it. I don't think it's going to be a lot of profit. So, stick predominantly personal on this shoe. It is super dope. Let Zion Williamson fans have it. I think it's pretty cool. I'm personally going to be passing on this shoe though. Let me know what you guys think about it in the comments. Next up, also dropping November 8th, the Dunk Low Fruity Pebbles. This is the LeBron James, I believe, collaboration. Just like regular Fruity Pebbles. It's got like a bunch of different reds, blues, yellows. It kind of reminds me of a grade school size shoe just from the colors, but it's not grade school. It is going to be a draw, so they do anticipate a pretty good amount of people. $120 retail. In terms of resale, currently it's reselling for around $150 plus, $150 being in average smaller sizes, average meaning size 8, 8.5, 9, currently $150. So I do think that's going to go down to around closer to retail. In average sizes, looks like bigger sizes is reselling, so it might be like maybe like 150 plus in bigger sizes, but I could see the shoe completely tanking, being close to that 120 mark for retail purposes. So if you are going to go for the shoe, 100% go for bigger sizes and maybe stick personal on it. Let me know what you guys think of this shoe in the comments. Now, also dropping November 8th, we got the Jordan 1 Chicago Lost and Found exclusive access. Now, this is going to be a really cool release. For those of you who don't know what exclusive access is, essentially on the sneakers app, sometimes they do this where they allow users to buy a shoe 1 to 2 weeks in advance of the actual drop. We know the Lost and Found, I believe, is dropping on November 19th. Well, you'll get the opportunity to potentially buy exclusive access. But here's the thing. So usually exclusive access do tend to be random. This will not be random. This will only be for users who are fans of Jordan 1 highs. I think it is high specifically. They said that if you have entered 20 Jordan 1 highs in the past, for the essentially your sneakers account history, right? So whenever you open up the sneakers account, you've entered 20 of them and you've missed, meaning you did not take a W, meaning you took an L, right? You're going to get access to this shoe. So they're trying to make it more equitable. They're trying to make it so like fans of Jordan 1s that don't have too many Jordan 1s or have had to pay resale get this shoe. Is it a good thing? I don't know, right? I used to enter a lot of Jordan 1s. I've hit a lot of Jordan 1s, right? I don't know how many I've entered that I've lost versus won, especially in that 2018, 2019, 2020 era. There was a lot of them dropping, but I also hit a lot, right? So, but it does suck if you are a newer sneakerhead or you just like the shoe and you recently got the sneakers app, because that means that you probably won't be eligible because there haven't been that many Jordan 1 high releases this year compared to previous years. This year, there might have been 5 or 6, right? Versus previous years where, it was like 10, 15, 30, 20 releases at a time. So that does suck for y'all. But do let me know what you guys think of this policy. But I hope you guys hit, I hope I get access. If I do, I do think the shoe is going to be probably like $350 plus. I was telling people, I made a video on it, or I talked about it on the podcast about it, believe like a month ago. And people are now starting to see that my resale prediction is actually coming to life. And I predicted it a month ago, and the prices are currently around what I said they'd be, right? Which was like 400, 450 plus. Wild. But hope you guys hit. With that said, let's move on to Wednesday, November 9. We have the Jordan 7 Trophy Room retailing for $225. This is an immaculate Jordan 7. Probably my favorite Jordan 7 of all time. It is so beautiful. I'm a fan of Jordan 7s personally, because I grew up with Jordan 7s back when they were popular in the early 2000s. Now they're not popular at all. It is going to be a draw opening up at 10 a.m. Eastern time on that November 9th. They call it the True Red and Obsidian. Beautiful colors together. It's like very USA kind of colors. It's got that Michael Jordan kind of signature on the side of the shoe. Currently, though, it is reselling as the making of this video for $400 plus. I don't think it's going to stick that, right? I don't think too many people are backdooring the shoe like the Jordan 1s, right? So I do think it's going to probably be around 300, right? I honestly might dip under that. I am personally not going to go for the shoe. Let collectors have it, because this is going to be probably the riskiest shoe of the week, because it does have that Trophy Room collaboration attached to it, but we don't know how it's going to actually perform in the market. Jordan 7s historically go retail or below retail. That is my one worry. Recently, collaborations have been following the trend of a model, not of the collaboration, besides Travis Scott ones, right? And that just goes without saying. In terms of my best, probably prediction, 250 plus, right? 250 being smaller sizes, probably bigger sizes will be around that $300 mark or $350 mark if we're lucky, and that's bigger sizes. Average sizes will probably be at like that $275 mark if we're lucky. Let me know if you guys agree with me in the comments, and obviously all of these predictions are 2 weeks after release, right? Because we know that after release, it tends to go up a little bit and then comes down. So I'm talking about as soon as that dip where the market actually levels. So don't come at me for that, just because a bunch of y'all don't really know what you're talking about sometimes. Cool. Also dropping on November 9, we got the Nike Dunk Low USC. I spoke about this shoe a little bit last week and the week before. 110 retail. If you guys are in between the Gym Red and the USC, or just want a really good looking colorway of a red dunk, go with the USC, because the USC is significantly cheaper than the Gym Red. Gym Red right now is 200 plus, and the only difference is essentially the tongue. All right. Currently, the Gym Red is going for 135 plus, meaning it's super cheap, super affordable. It'll be lunch money tops if you're going to be going for resale. It's a dope shoe, 100% cop. I think just keep it personals though, but it is going to have some resale value attached to it. Let me know what you guys think of it in the comments. Moving on, November 10th, Thursday, Air Penny 2 Social Status, retailing for $200. This shoe is good looking. It's light blues, whites. I can't knock it at all. I think it's a really well done collaboration. It's got Social Status and Nike branding all over it. It's called Cobalt Pulse in white. I like this version a little bit better than the previous version, the darker version. And it is retailing for $200, not a draw. And it might be first come, first serve. So if you're going to go for on the sneakers app, just do know like it might be first come, first serve. It might not be a Leo drop, meaning let everyone order kind of drop, which is a raffle. So do be conscious of that. Currently, it is going for under retail. It is going for under retail, except in significantly bigger sizes, meaning 12 and a half and up. I'm not surprised. I think the shoe is probably going to be like 150 in most sizes, at least average sizes, in a couple of weeks. So I just don't think there's too much hype on it. This model is not too much hype either. All right, let me know what you guys think of it in the comments, but 100% stick personal and maybe just like wait to buy it if you really do want it for personal. Just want to wait to buy. That way you can get it for under retail. Next shoe to talk about, November 10th, Salehi Bembury Croc in the Sasquatch colorway, dropping for $85. It is the completely black version of the Salehi Bembury collaboration. Currently, smaller sizes are going for $140 plus. I do see the shoe reselling a little bit. Now, not a lot of people are paying resale prices for it. Hopefully I hit. I still haven't hit on one of these, believe it or not. I want a pair so bad. Maybe all black might be the move. I really like the blue pair, so I might just pay for that one. But let me know what you guys think of it in the comments. And again, Lunch Money tops. And it will be dropping on the BEA Sponge website. That is his website. It typically drops there 10 a.m. Eastern, I believe, and he sends out the password to buy it an hour early if you are on his mailing list. A lot of people are starting to hit on those because not a lot of people are buying them anymore, and not a lot of people have interest because they have some of the other colorways already. So it shouldn't be too tough to cop this time. With that said, let's move on to November 11th, Jordan 11 Midnight Navy, dropping for $225. This shoe is a super good looking shoe. I like it a lot. It is a women's pair, so do be conscious of that. I do think it's coming in extended sizes. It is dropping on 11/11, and it's Jordan 11, right? So I think it's kind of cool how they kept that aspect in mind of the marketing. It's got these blues that go really, really well together. I think this is a really beautiful shoe. I hope I see it on feet from a lot of people, especially a lot of women. I feel like this is probably one of the best Jordan 11s of the year, without a doubt. Let me know if you guys agree with me in the comments. In terms of resale, currently it's reselling for around $250 plus, meaning people that are selling on StockX and eBay and all these other platforms at $250 are essentially breaking even. What that tells me is that there's not too much demand on the shoe and that people are just getting rid of it because they thought it would resell and it's not. I could have told you it wasn't going to resell weeks ago for those of you who hit the shock drop or backdoor to pair or whatever it was. I don't think it's going to resell. I'd say stick personals only on this shoe. Let me know if you guys agree with me in the comments, and you might be able to make so much money on it local, but don't count on it. Let's keep it moving. Let's talk about Saturday now, November 12th, Jordan 12 Eastside Golf, retailing for $200. I think this is a cool looking one. I'm not going to front. I like the colors. It's very fall colors. It's got the creams, the browns, pretty go too. Currently reselling for around $250 plus. It's going to be a stick personals only for me. I don't think this is going to resell. I think maybe in a year or two there might be some demand on it. You might be able to make a little money, but it's not going to be worth your time. I say skip it. Last shoe to talk about. We got the Huff Nike Dunk SB Low dropping on the 12th. It already dropped on the Huff website or raffle. They had $130 retail. The way that they're going to drop it on sneakers essentially is like you're just going to enter for one and they're going to send you a random pair of these, I believe. These are super beautiful, 100% going to resell. Let me know what you guys think of it. With that said, that's essentially all the shoes that I wanted to talk about during this episode. Last thing I do want to talk about, there was a viral kind of a Discord screenshot from Roscoe's Discord that I want to talk about. It was about limit orders for resellers, and it is true. When it comes to resellers, there is a limit order of six colorways per model. So let's say like you, for example, the Nike Dunk Pandas, right? If you've hit more than 6, you can't buy anymore, right? So the most you could hit of that specific colorway is 6, but you could still hit 6 of the USC, right? But you do have a limit on it being 6. And the reason why I do know that is because I looked at the terms of service and the terms of sale that Nike provides, right? And also, this is a thing for those of you who buy it in store and those of you who loop, right? You guys know you can only buy 6 of a particular colorway because that is the Nike rule. So that's nothing new. That's been a rule for a very long time. But people are starting to realize, like, oh, now that the Nike Dunk Panda's been releasing so many times, some people have been hitting every single release. Well, guess what? You can only hit 6. And that's on one account. The way around it is obviously you use another account. But that's about it. But that is in terms of like the limitation. The other limitation that they have as well is the order being $1,000. So let's say like you buy 6 Nike Dunk Pandas at 110 retail, that's what, $660, you're good. But let's say like you buy 6, or you try to buy 6 like Jordan 4 Fire Reds, for example, back in the day, you wouldn't be able to do it, right? Because retail for that is what, 220, 200, 6 times 200 is what, 1,200, right? Which is above the limit order of 1,000. So there's that as well, just to consider. All right, with that, end of the podcast. I'll catch you guys on the new episode next week. Bye, y'all.